Hello Dreamers, this is Namzo and welcome back to my channel. Many of you would love to decorate your cakes with chocolate cells. However, it can be challenging due to the need for tampering, breakage risk, and difficulties in shaping them nicely. So let's explore an alternative method that achieves the same effect. In this tutorial, I'll demonstrate how to create gum paste or fondant cells for your cake, complemented by wafer paper webs. In addition, I'll show you how to active velvet texture on a buttercream cake using manual spray gun. So let's dive right in. Here I have a 5-inch chocolate cake filled with chocolate mousse and dark chocolate ganache. Now I'll apply a thin layer of buttercream crumb coat to capture and prevent any stray crumbs. Some of you may ask, so is it necessary? And the answer is absolutely yes. It's essential to achieve that professional looking result with every cake. Without a firm and chilled base, your cake can easily slide, and the frosting may pull away crumbs or even chunks of cake. Applying a smooth crumb coat is essential for achieving a seamless finish on your cake. After applying the crumb coat, let the cake chill in the fridge. This will firm up the crumb coat, preventing it from mixing with the final coat. Once the cake has firmed up, it's time to apply the final coat. To demonstrate how quick and easy it is, I'll use a piping bag. This method ensures an even thickness of frosting for a professional finish. First, I'll smooth it on top and the sides. And then filling any gaps with a thin layer of buttercream and continue to scrape. After that, I clean any excess buttercream on top and then let the cake chill completely. You have the option to use either fondant or gum paste for the cells. To begin, knead the fondant until it reaches a smooth consistency. Next, roll it out into a thin sheet. As the thinner it is, the better the cells will appear on your cake. I typically roll it to about 3 mm thickness. Once rolled out, proceed to cut your desired shapes. For better cell shape retention, I recommend using gum paste. If you choose to use fondant, adding a small amount of CMC powder will help it maintain its shape. There are two options for shaping the cells. First, you can shape them on a silicone mat and allow them to set before applying them on the cake. This method prevents any interference with the cake frosting. Alternatively, you can shape the cells directly on the cake to better visualize how you want them to look. Shaping the cells directly on the cake can be challenging because they might still be soft and unable to hold their form. After some effort, this is how they will appear on the cake. Although they may seem empty, don't worry, we'll fill them up with wafer paper webs later on. Now it's time to let the cake chill in the fridge before we proceed with spraying the velvet texture. Let's move on to preparing the wafer paper web. To create wafer paper web, you will only need wafer paper and water. If you have any leftover wafer paper from other projects, like I do after cutting out wafer paper disc, it's perfect for this purpose. To ensure that the wafer paper web matches the velvet texture, I will add a small amount of red color powder to the mixture. Don't worry about using the leftovers as we will blend them with water. Please refer to the description box below for the exact measurements. Turn on the stove to medium-high heat and place a pan on it. Allow the pan to heat up until it's hot enough for frying. Once the pan is hot enough, add approximately 1 or 2 tablespoons of the mixture into it, depending on the design size of the web. To ensure even thickness, you have two options. The first is to hold the pan and turn it around handily. Alternatively, you can use a silicone spatula to spread the mixture evenly across the pan. As you continue to spread the mixture, you will notice that it starts to dry. At this point, you can stop spreading and simply wait for the web to dry completely. This method allows the heat to evaporate the water in the mixture, leaving behind only the wafer paper web. Once it is fully dry, it will easily peel off on its own, and you can remove it from the pan using your hands. It's important to note that we should only fry the wafer paper mixture on a non-stick pan. The mixture should not be too thick, as it will be difficult to spread on the hot pan later on. The recipe I provided is just a guideline, so feel free to adjust it according to your preferences. If you find the mixture too thick, you can add an additional 10 to 20 grams of water to make it more fluid. Now that the cake is nicely chilled, we can prepare the velvet texture for spraying. To fully cover a 5-inch cake with cells, I'm using a combination of cocoa butter and white chocolate in a 1:1 ratio. Start by melting the cocoa butter first, as it takes longer to melt. Once it is halfway melted, add the white chocolate and continue melting them together using the microwave method. Make sure that both melt completely without any lumps. Next, I will add the same oil-based red color, whether in liquid or powder form, to the melted mixture. After thoroughly mixing the color into the mixture, you will achieve a beautiful deep red shade. It is important to maintain the temperature of the mixture between 35 to 40 degrees Celsius. For this tutorial, I am using a manual spray gun, which you can find at Baker's Boutique. While spraying is recommended to keep the turntable rotating continuously in order to achieve a consistent thickness and shade throughout the cake. Once the initial layer is sprayed, allow it to chill and set, and then apply another layer of the mixture to achieve a deeper shade of red. Due to the cold temperature of the cake, the mixture you spray on will set almost instantly, resulting in a beautiful velvet texture. Covering a cake fully with this manual spray gun can be quite time-consuming, taking about 30 minutes. If you enjoy this texture and plan on using it frequently, I highly recommend investing in an electronic spray gun for more efficient and comfortable usage. With the cake now adorned with a beautiful velvet texture, the final touch is to apply the wafer paper web here and there to create additional effects and to enhance the overall appearance of the cake. And there you have it. Now you know how to create stunning cells with the exact shape you desire for your cake. The addition of the velvet texture adds an elegant touch, while wafer paper webs add the final detail to bring your masterpiece together. Your cake will look absolutely exquisite. I would love to hear your thoughts on this cake style. Please leave your comments below, and for more cake inspirations, be sure to follow me on Instagram at Dreamee Cakes. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next tutorial. Bye!